Hey guys, it's your best fight friends. I'm Kelsey. That's Rachel. We're here to talk about the upcoming super fight heavyweight match between two UFC champions, Francis Ngannou and Cyril Gane.
But more specifically, what I found particularly interesting is you came to me this morning to edit a story you've written. I'll link that in the show notes. But you came to me with an interesting little tidbit, and that is it's Monday morning after UFC 265, and who is the moneyline favorite to win? Is that how you say it, moneyline? Is that a thing in betting? Who's the odds favorite to win on the betting market? Is that a good phrase?
You sound like a seasoned pro.
It's Gane. It's not Ngannou. Fascinating to me. Really fascinating.
Yeah, that Ngannou who has how many knockouts in a row, right? I want to say 4 or 5, right? And he had knocked out all top level guys all in their first round, except Stipe Miocic, who easily the most decorated. He is the most decorated UFC heavyweight champion here. Stipe made it to the second round before he was knocked out. So, Francis has been just destroying people.
Well, and I want to say that. I want to, point out that specifically. It's not just that Francis knocks everybody out, because we all know somebody who gets knocked out, that, you want a much fuller game, right? When you're inside the cage, you want to be more fully skilled than that. You can't depend on that. But when I saw Francis against Stipe, who was really skilled, such a great heavyweight, had defended his title more than once. When I saw Francis against him, it was like a freight train just running over the dude. It was just
and it's
hardcore.
And it's not. It was it was like that, but also that Stipe was so good, even in that fight, Francis was landing big punches, but Stipe was a good enough fighter to make it through those points.
Yeah, somehow Stipe was standing up to
he
the
was
going,
going for takedowns and getting them stuffed, and even at the end, even when Stipe hit Francis pretty hard in the second round when the knockout came.
Yeah.
Saw that and jumped in on him and then got sent to the shadow realm. That's how good Francis Ngannou is. Stipe Miocic is great. Francis Ngannou just obliterated him. And here we are, like you said.
Monday morning, the odds come out, and
Cyril Gane
is
the favorite. Now, it's not a heavy favorite, right? I think he's minus 110 and Ngannou's plus 130. Still, to me, that's fascinating. And at the same time, I'm maybe he should be the favorite, right? Because that's how good Cyril Gane looked, I think, against Derek Lewis, in that here's a guy. Lewis is similar in some ways to Ngannou, and he has incredible power. But did he even come close to landing any kind of power?
No, when you look at somebody and why Gane might be favored is because Gane was able to pick apart Derek, and I say in a quiet way, because me as a new MMA fan, when I was watching it, there wasn't anything just over the top that. Was Gane winning the rounds? Without a doubt, but it wasn't. But it was he just wore him down until, what was it, the third round?
And then and
then he was able, that. Derek was tired, and then felt, right, oh wow, he got hit or kicked or whatever it was, but it was just he just kept doing it. He just kept whatever he was doing, he just kept at it for 3 rounds, and Derek was on the floor.
After the fight, Dana White said he said this before, that Cyril moves like a middleweight. I would add he fights like a middleweight. Maybe he fights like a welterweight or a lightweight. I saw him throwing elbows from around his back. I saw him doing the shoulder thing that Conor did against Dustin Poirier, or did it really against Cowboy Cerrone. These kind of strikes that are elite level stuff that heavyweights usually don't have to do, first of all, but really can't do in a lot of ways because their bodies are different. But he's doing all this crazy stuff. He looks great. He is so skilled as a fighter. What's crazy is I think he has 7 finishes now and 4 of them are knockouts. 3 of them are submissions. So he also has he also submits people, which is crazy. The craziest thing is this dude has not been training that long, right? And first of all, in combat sports, when he first came into combat sports, he started in Muay Thai, became Muay Thai champion, right? But in MMA either. And here he is at the very top of the sport, fighting Derek Lewis, one of the best heavyweights in the world, most dangerous heavyweights in the world. Derek's 10-0 in Houston, right? It's a huge Houston night, and Gane just butchers him in front of. I mean, it's an amazing performance. That's how good he is. I cannot wait to see how this fight plays out, and we haven't even got into how they have this history with the coach, right?
Yeah.
Both of them come from MMA Factory in Paris originally. And then
the former training partners.
Yeah. So there's footage of them sparring. I cannot wait for this fight. And Rachel, the best part, I have no idea who wins.
Yeah, because here, what do we have? Is Gane going to come into fighting Francis and be able to pick him apart with skill and never taste that power, right? Is he going to stay out of the way of everything? Because Derek couldn't find a way to land that punch that night.
No.
He just he was out of ideas and opportunities. Or is Francis going to come in and just be the force of nature, which is power and skill, and Gane's not going to know what hit him, and he's going to be down on that canvas.
And then I think that Francis, he's that. And even sometimes, even today, you watch Francis and he'll be hitting the bag, and he doesn't look great. He doesn't look he's great, but I'm saying he doesn't look great hitting the bag. You wouldn't show Francis to a kid and be try to emulate this guy because he's technically flawed in some ways. But at the same time, having said that, he has improved so much over the last few years. That it's not just he's some athletic freak who, just goes in there and fights. He's got real skills. And so to see how these two fighters come together, and the same thing can be said on the other side about Gane, who, don't forget, this guy's 6'4" and a very great athlete. Maybe compared to Francis, you're oh, he's not. But this is these two guys. I mean, I'm filled with energy just thinking about.
Well, and I heard
how amazing they are.
Maybe it was in your piece. I don't know. Are we hoping for this fight in 2021?
Yeah, it seems like they could do it before then. It's August now. Yeah, and Francis wanted to fight
in September.
Next month. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they can do it I hope they can do it. Please do it by the end of the year. I want to see this fight so bad. I know I argued that John Jones should fight somebody. Hey, John, just continue getting big and swole and wait for the winner of this fight. And I don't know who wins the fight. I don't know who wins the fight. I really don't know.
Yeah, it's really exciting, and we're looking forward to it. And, hey, this will be another fight we go into. Should both guys continue to be the great human beings that they are, or that I think that they are.
Yeah, it's who do you...
That all both guys going into this fight. So, as long as nobody turns Connor over the promotion, we'll be good.
Oh. Sorry, Connor, but you've done it to yourself.
We still love you on some level.
We love the good parts of you. Not all the 80% that's coming out now.
We love you in that we hope that there's better for you down the road.
Come on, Connor, do better.
You live up to your potential in all ways, not just inside the cage, but outside the cage. That's how much we love you. You want you to hit your potential in all ways.
But no.
And we love our best fight friends.
Yeah, no matter how much we love Connor, we love our best fight friends even more!
Hey, if you're watching this on YouTube, comment, tell us, let us know. What do you think about the money line odds? Or is that a phrase that Rachel just made up and is not a real thing gamblers say? Let us know in the comments. If you're watching on podcasts, listening on podcasts, my bad, review and subscribe.
Well, just also, if you are watching on any other platform, you are stealing from us. That's a pirated copy, y'all. You're going to jail. What? I'm just kidding.